Welcome to the Magic of Math, where today we're talking probability and using spinners. Here's our question today. This question today has 4 different parts. We're going to begin with understanding that a student designed 2 spinners, spinner X and spinner Y. Each of the spinners is divided into congruent sections and labeled as shown. So here is your spinner X and here is your spinner Y. The student will spin the arrow on each spinner one time. And here is the first question, part A. What is the probability that the arrow on spinner X will stop on a section labeled red? Here's where I'd like you to pause the video, try part A, come back and hit pause when you're ready. Good luck. Welcome back. So again, we have spinners divided into congruent sections. So that means they're fair. Each outcome is equally likely to happen, meaning it isn't more likely to get red than it is to get blue, or to spin 3 rather than 1 or 2. All the chances on each spinner are equally likely. All right, we're going to spin it one time, and we want to know what the probability is if the arrow on spinner X is going to be on red when we're done spinning, when the spinner stops. So let's go to spinner X. This is the spinner we're talking about, and we want it to land in the red section. So when we think about probability, we want to understand that it's a ratio. It's the ratio of favorable outcomes, meaning what do we want to happen, out of how many possible outcomes in total there are. So when I look at spinner X, there's 2 outcomes. One of them is favorable. We want to land on red, so there's one opportunity, one section of the spinner that's red out of 2 total sections. So our probability on spinner X when we spin one time of getting red is 1/2 or 1 out of 2. You could also write it as 50%. All right, let's move on to part B. Here, part B asks us to list all of the possible outcomes that can occur when the arrow on spinner X and the arrow on spinner Y are each spun one time. Here's where I'd like you to pause again, do your best work to list all the outcomes, and then come back to hit play to see my possible outcomes. Good luck. Welcome back. So again, we're going to list all the possible outcomes when each spinner is spun one time. So I'm going to make a table to organize my list. I am going to call on spinner X, we're going to use R for red and B for blue. So I'm going to put an R here and a B here for spinner X. And then spinner Y, I can see it's 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go across our top and say 1, 2, 3. So here's spinner X and here's spinner Y. So I spin once, it's possible that I would get a red on spinner X and a 1 on spinner Y. Or I could get a red and a 2, a red and a 3, or maybe it's a blue and a 1, or a blue and a 2, or a blue and a 3. Those are all the possible outcomes. So when I look at my sample space, I can see that there are 6 different outcomes when I spin each spinner one time. All right, part C. What is the probability that the arrow on spinner X will stop on a section labeled red and the arrow on spinner Y will stop on a section labeled with an odd number? And we're asked to show or explain how we get our answer. Go ahead and pause again, do your best work, and then come back to see mine. Welcome back. So again, we're going to find probability, and we're going to use the looking for red on our spinner X, and we're going to look for, on spinner Y, an odd number. So there are 2 odd numbers on spinner Y. So we want red and one of these when we spin. So when we talk about having an and, there's 2 different methods that we could do to find probability when we have 2 different things occurring. So 2 different experiments or 2 different events. So the first one is we can use our sample space that we just created. We know that there are 6 different outcomes when we spin both spinners. We just made that in part B. So when we look at this, we want red and an odd number. So we have red and odd. This is an even number, and red and 3 is odd. So none of the blues come into play. So I can see that 2 out of my 6 chances are red and odd. And 2 out of 6 simplifies to 1/3 because both numerator and denominator are divisible by 2. So the probability of spinning red and an odd number is 1 out of 3. All right, let's do another way to solve part C. So compound probability, when you have an and, means that you can multiply. So we can find each simple probability and multiply it, meaning I can first determine what happens on X, what's the probability of that outcome, and then on Y. So spinner X, I can see I want 1 out of the 2 chances to happen. So 1/2 of the time I'm going to get my outcome. On spinner Y, 2 of my 3 sections are desired, meaning favorable. And then I can multiply them. 1 times 2 is 2. All over 2 times 3 is 6. Both numerator and denominator are divisible by 2. So my probability is 1/3, the same outcome as when I used my sample space. All right, last part to this question today. Part D, what is the probability that the arrow on spinner X will stop on a section labeled red, or the arrow on spinner Y will stop on a section labeled with an odd number? And show or explain how you get your answer. So go ahead and pause, try this one, and come back to see my work. Welcome back. So again, we're talking probability, and with spinner X is going to stop on red. So we have one of our 2 sections is red, or here's the big key word in this section, on this part. And then we have spinner Y, and we still want an odd number. So we know that 2 of the 3 sections of that. So this one, we're going to need to use our sample space. So let's bring that forward. Remember, we had 6 different outcomes when we spin each spinner 1 time. And it's or. I want red or an odd number. So I can see this is red and odd, so that counts. This has red, so we're going to count it. This has red and odd, so we're going to count it. Now, we're looking for, it doesn't have to be red, but it has to be odd because it's or. So odd because it's 1. Nothing here, but this is odd. So this isn't red or odd. So we can see that blue 2 is the only outcome that doesn't have a red or an odd number. So this chances are very high. 5 of the 6 outcomes are red or odd. So the probability of spinning a red or an odd number is 5 out of 6. Pretty high. And that is how we find simple probabilities and compound probabilities using and or. Thanks for joining me today at The Magic of Math, where we continue to master math one video at a time. Hope you have a great day and you come back soon.